Hey yo pretty people, my name is Alex and welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. Well friends, we are here at my nether base, staring at the beautiful sails that my ship got nowadays. I'll have to take them down and put on some proper ones at some point, but nevertheless, we have some stuff to do today, and yeah, the sails actually have something to do with it. You see, for the longest time I was kind of operating out of the woodwork. Is that how the saying goes? I have actually no idea. Basically, I've been operating on the pretense that no one on the server should know where my base is. That is basically some witness protection programming here, because I was afraid that people would prank me back, and now that that already has happened, well, I guess it's no use hiding away in the nether anymore. I need to make my life easier. I need to make my base more accessible from the overall sea haven, from the community towns. If only because I myself am a community person and I frequently have to run back and forth through all sorts of hoops. Not even kidding. Before earlier today, my way to the sea haven actually took about 5 to 10 minutes. That is all about the change. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Run Very Fastly tunnel. It is 1 block wide. It's not a tunnel at all, but you can run very fastly on it. Well, as fast as you can actually. And if you run long enough, you will eventually, maybe, if you're lucky, reach the sea haven. Imagine that. Oh me, oh my, what a time to be alive. Check this out. Yeah, it used to be actually that my way back to the nether hub was all like convoluted, and you had to run on top of lava basically, and you had to go through caves and take 5 lefts and 4 rights, basically circling around 2 times. No, nowadays I basically just finished working on this. Just finished working on it, digging it out, and imagine that Nashcrafter managed to already get lost in it.
I don't know if we should go down there. Should we go down there, guys? We are actually just gonna go down here. Okay. I think we're coming to the bottom. What is this? Okay. So really quickly, guys, I am actually gonna take the shaders off.
Well, yep, that was kind of hilarious. But still, my point being that we have a tunnel. We have another tunnel and another tunnel we should make, really. You see, you could argue that I can live with this. I can live with this and basically exist, and no one will bat an eye, because not that many people run back and forth between my tunnel and the actual sea haven anyway. However, there is a bit of an issue with that, and the issue is, of course, that I'm not a homeless bum person who lives in some kind of a subway. No siree, I'm a very royal and very great person, a king of the sky no less. And I cannot have pure netherrack as the substance of my nether tunnel. No siree, we shall design it together. We should put it together, we should make it look good. And one way of doing it is obviously to just follow everybody else. Usually, on any other season, on any other server, I would be like, okay, let's just make my tunnel just like everybody else's, just exactly the same. No, no, no. This season and this server, this is freaking embarrassing. Check this out. This is our current nether hub. It's just gray. Imagine that. It's just gray down below, gray up above, and gray walls with like some windows. This is just... seriously, on a server where basically everybody except for me is a great, amazing builder, this is what we have for the nether hub. That's embarrassment. Okay. Although I have to give credit where credit is due, the train station is pretty spiffy looking. It is pretty spiffy looking, but even then it's still gray on gray with some yellow for flavor. Yeah, this shall not stand. We gotta fix it somehow, right? And of course, since we can't really fix the rest of the nether hub, we shall at the very least lead by example, right? which is why my own personal nether tunnel shall be something beautiful, something nice and maybe simplistic, but at the very least, someone will look at it sometime after passing Nash's nether portal. That is actually the nether portal that I'm kind of usurping to have a continuation of my tunnel. You have to pass through Nash's base portal to get to mine, which is here. But yeah, and perhaps someone will one day reach this place, take a look around it, and say, well, an attempt was made. So I'm thinking this. Just, yeah, look at that. It is a bit of a simulation in a separate creative world, obviously. I haven't yet built, also check this out. Isn't it pretty? I have no idea what this house is, but I was kind of throwing ideas around and came up with it. But anyway, look at this. Isn't it pretty? Doesn't it fit the overall nether habibis of the situation? Let me actually swap some things here and there for our enjoyment. Yoink. And then we... no. And then we boop, and then we... yoink. Why aren't you? Craft yourself together, you stupid thing! Huh. I guess it needs some actual coloration on it. There we go. And boop. Boop. So yeah, check this out. Just imagine this tunnel going long way around to the very little intersection that I have. And then tuning around, tuning to the right, and going in that direction too for some time. Yeah. This is quite some digging out. This is some resource gathering. Not all of it, mind you. I do admit that this design is incredibly simple. This is an incredibly simplistic design. But you know the best part about it? It's still better than what everybody else is doing. I'm not even kidding. Even this is a step above the nether hub that we're having right now. And I'm not trying to bash everybody else, guys. I'm being facetious. I'm just doing this for a roll. I'm just laughing it up because I know like nether hub is not everyone's priority, but I like the nether and I like having it around. So I'm thinking, yeah, imagine having something like this. Even this basic of a design. In fact, what if we spruce it up even more a little here? Yeah, even this basic of a design would already be a step up, and also, once again, we would actually do the community quite a service. We would lead by example. Someone will look at it and say, wow, I can top that. And then they would go and top that. And I know that the current nether hub, like of the side vanilla, was supposed to be actually, in their defense, like it was supposed to be a temporal one. It's just that we never really got around to fully implementing the design with the, you know, subway, the one that BJW was working on. However, now I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that until the very end of this season, we're stuck with the nether hub that we're having. So might as well. Right? Might as well try. Might as well pretty it up. Which is why I'll be gathering quickly a lot of red wool. I already got some of my sheep. I will gather in quite some of the nether brick from the nearby fortresses, because, you know, I have nothing to do with them. And I have one more amazing idea to do with something I have on the way from to my base, which I will showcase to you in just a minute. But before we do that, you know what looks really freaking hilarious? Sheep being sheared backwards. I'm not even kidding, check this out. Okay, admittedly that wasn't that funny. Whatever. I don't have enough red dye yet to pull the tunnel off, but however, I can grind up on it and address the issue later, right? Instead, what I think I will do right about now is I will showcase you guys that other idea I had. The one that actually really is cool, in my personal opinion. And if it isn't cool, well, at the very least I will have your guys' comments to tell me that it is not cool, and Zloy, you should stop pretending that you have anything of value to say or implement in this game. Okay, I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously guys, do tell me if you think that this thing that I'm doing is good or not. And also, if you're wondering about this amount of wool and stuff, and why do I even have pink and magenta wool on my ship, well, let's put it that way. Payback is a witch. But let's not talk about that just yet. Instead, let me quickly escort you to a certain place. On the way to the tunnel, and particularly a giant lava ocean, right? A giant lava ocean on top of which, on a little bridge on top of which we will have to traverse to make it to the actual sea haven and back. Now, as you can clearly see, it is ginormous. It is ginormous, and it is pretty impressive. You can tell. You cannot tell. You can't tell everybody that I don't know where that sentence went. Sorry, I brain farted. What I mean to say is, you can feel some kind of a, I don't know, specific atmosphere coming over you as you traverse your way around it. And I wish to let this atmosphere set in, and basically I want to embrace it. I want to utilize it. I want to use it to impose fear into my enemies. And what I want to have here is where we'll be keeping the overall feeling of the open nether. We will be creating, however, some kind of a glass ceiling, of course, obviously. But at the same time, we will be decorating this dead land with sails of broken down ships. Yeah. We will be taking this pirate theme even further, guys. Until this point, until this precise point, we are not yet the tunnel, the bridge will not yet be entering the Nether Fortress area. This area I still have to figure out a theme and an idea for. Here though, here what I want to have is sails and masts, or whatever are the name of those things that hold the sails together, poking out of the ground, rising from the lava lakes, having the sails of dead ships, not the bare ones, but you know, the ones that actually have sails. And I even have already enough black wool to try it out. So yeah, I'm yet to brew myself up some fire resist potion, so I won't be going into lava now. But just as a test, just as a little test, a little tryout, I want to give it a go. So bear with me and give me a moment. We'll hit a bit of a time lapse here, and I'll be right back with you in just a second. Whee! Ow. See? This already kind of looks ominous. So, the time-lapse machine broke. I can't even time-lapse today because replay mode is just blocked. I thought it was just like one-time corruption, but turns out, nope. It is very much on the fritz for some bizarre reason. And that gas despawned before I shot the arrow. But, if we just look at what we have accomplished so far, I'm pretty sure we can already kind of get the illusion and the impression of what I want to get here. We will need like 15 more of those type of sails. Some of them like having remnants of insignias on them, some of them just being same-ish. Oh my god, I'm still alive, don't worry. And yeah, you can see the server has a bit of a latency for me, but I get the impression that we are getting the atmosphere nailed here, honestly. If only I make the actual bridge out of actual blast-proof materials, and long enough and strong enough to basically sustain for you to kind of be able to walk along on without fearing for your life too much, then you wouldn't be too concentrated on staying on the path and would be able to actually just experience, not tranquility mind you, but maybe just the general feel of the area. Plus having, you know, an actual fire resist potion would definitely help with this overall atmosphere. Yeah, I still don't know what to do with the Nether Fortress bit of the tunnel, but at the very least, very least, I know what to do with this part, that part, and I even know where to get the materials for it. Imagine this, Nashcrafter was actually kind enough, after I commented on her last video, we had a bit of a chat in the backgrounds, and yeah, she absolutely agreed to give me any and all of her residual material, excess stone blocks that she has over at her dig site. Turns out she has dug out a giant friggin' hole in her base and does not need any of that cobblestone for herself. So yeah, I'll be quickly snatching that one, smelting it over in the community smelter on the Sea Haven, and using it to implement the tunnel that I already showed you. Plus, I'm pretty sure I can steal even more red dye from the Dye King and try get myself more red sheep, meaning more red wool. So that's my plan, at the very least until this Sunday. For now, I regret to inform you guys, but that will have to be it for this episode. Yeah, it was more of an idea one rather than actual building, but whatever, you got the gist of it. And besides, it's all the boring grind anyway. It's basically the same design repeated over and over and over till it's all quite boring and better done off camera. So till the next time, thank you so much for watching. This has been ZlyXP, this has been the Vanilla. To be continued.